So this Jamal Teray, where you going at? Your food gonna still be here. You still be able to get food. Your food still be. So bam, we in the house. We in the house. We here in Carver Village and Carver Heights, and we got the family. Like we said, always special, always special. The competition is going on, but what we doing right now? We letting them go eat because Kim's Cafe, brother Trey went and said Kim's Cafe went and brought some food over here to them. But I'm trying to figure this out right here. That Kim's Cafe don't be doing that for me like that. So at the end of the day, so now I got to go check this on out with regard to that. So we are here, Rontel that we got Trey Singleton in the house, Siobhan DeGorn in the house, and this is Urban Mentor Academy. And so we got to do this. What is that? Even though some people know it, but what is that?
Urban Mentoring Academy is a pro-social program for youth that is happening after school for our middle to high school students. We even go up to the age of 24. We go below 6th grade, but if we go below 6th grade, we go inside the school system and we assist those young people with life skills, financial literacy, and other forms of education that we need to be teaching our own students in our communities that look like us, smile like us, smell like us, act like us. So we want to help our children out to the best of our capabilities on a daily basis. And Urban Mentoring Academy is here at Carver Village Community Center here at 905 Collard Avenue in the historic Carver Village. And we have now been here since September of 2023.
Okay. And this is family right here, but to get a little treacherous because see, they got the instruments out here. The competition going on, they going down. I'm destroying them today. And even with the horn, I told them if I had known, I would brought my horn too. I would brought my trumpet to take them on out. And so, Siobhan, why are you involved in this in Urban Mentoring Academy?
First of all, hello. Brother Trey Singleton has asked me to take on this mentorship with these kids, and it is a passion of mine to just teach, learn, get it from you. And for him to bring me into the fold of Urban Mentoring Academy, it was my ability to teach these kids everything I know in my brain and how to execute these things on these instruments. And I have been able to do so through him. So that's why I'm here, bring the kids up to make them right in the music world.
And so who are some of the other people who work with you all with regards to UMA?
Brother Kwame, Brother Martin Keys, who else come?
We have Dr. Zelania Williams, who comes and teach our literacy class on Fridays, and that will be soon, that will extend to a GED program here at Carver Village as well. We do have older young men who are not going back to school anytime soon, and they have a desire to finish as soon as possible. So we want to extend the GED services to our young people as well, and then put them into trade skills.
So I want to throw this out here because, again, what we tend to do on Run Tell That, I always ask people questions. This is the question I throw out the post. Who are you? Who are you?
Brother Trey Singleton. I am that I am. Founder and executive director of Urban Mentoring Academy.
And so the other thing I throw out the post too is this right here. Who your people? Who your people? So, you know, the Black community, we say, who your people? That, again, it's about family and ties, because some people check out the show what will happen is that now they'll stop. Everybody say, "Oh, I know him. I know her." So yeah. So and then
So I am. Well, let me go ahead and make it very clear. I am a Gullah Geechee man from Southeast Georgia. I am a representative of Savannah, Georgia, and I also represent the mighty ICI, Ludowici, Georgia, Long County. I represent both sides. I am a person who have been stomping on these grounds in the Coastal Empire for a very long time. I know the Golden Isles very well, and I also know the Low Country. So these are my woods. These are my neck of the woods. I am here for it. Yes, sir.
so again, Shavonda, who are you?
I'm gonna be 100 with you. We from West Savannah, I chill. Augusta Avenue, Newcastle. We the Gordons, the Baxley, the Coopers, the Fletchers. So y'all know my face. Y'all know Reverend Gordon. Y'all know Deacon Gordon. Y'all know First Lady Gordon. Y'all know Sister Gordon. And that is Sister Vaughn. And I've stomped through Carver Village some decades ago, through every street up and down, from East Savannah to Pooler. So if you see me on the instrument, you know it ain't nothing to play with. Excuse me.
So you already do it out there. So now I'm gonna ask this question of you.
Beach and Windsor, both of them, both of them. Ain't my fault. School district changed, 1997. That's I don't know who was the superintendent then. I wasn't paying attention. Both of them.
I had
Beach
Johnson on my team.
and Windsor.
We went to Groves at the end.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes.
Y'all see I'm frozen, right? You see I'm frozen.
Ola B. Lewis. That's my principal.
We not talking about no HB.
Ola B.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
No, that's Ola B. This class of 99. Class of 1999. Over Eli Beach. Bulldog. Ola B. Lewis, baby. 1997. Baby. Ain't no palmetto trees over here, but straight doghouse. Straight doghouse. Straight doghouse. Hopkins, 3001.
You don't care about 3001 Hopkins Street. See,
right on Victory. Yeah.
See, y'all know I'm having some problems right now. I ain't even got to the
Ain't nothing else with the Jenkins. We ain't worried about none of that. We ain't worried about none of that.
I did go to Jenkins to go swimming during the summertime. Take a dive.
I went to go see y'all ladies over there. I came to flex.
I went to HB Jenkins from 1995 to 97 because they had the Engineering and Robotics Magnet Academy. So they do have a very, very good educational program that they have been continuing since then. But going back to the musical department,
we're muting you right now. We're muting you. We're muting you.
We're gonna take it back to Beach, okay? Musically, it's gonna always be Alfred Eli Beach Bulldog.
She had to admit 1800 East Durant Avenue, Heavens B. Jenkins High School. God is the first alumnus of Jenkins. Y'all know that. God. That's God. God. Heavens B. Jenkins, that's the name. So again, but she had to admit it. So again, oh Lord. And my mama say, it's too hot to tantalize my nerves now. So, so okay. But we gonna say I'm gonna get it back. Because they over here, they got the little
bring it back.
Yeah, okay. So this what the deal is. So we want to know. So Shavonda,
yes.
Who inspires you? What inspires you?
In terms of what?
I'm just saying, who inspires you? Yeah, that's how we do on Run Tell. We just throw it on out there. We want people to hear.
You know who inspires me? My parents. They're like the awesomest power couple I've ever been raised around. And the ability to use all of my skills and talents for money as well as entertainment, as well as my muse. I am inspired by them. Them Gordons and them Fletchers.
Y'all heard. Newcastle, Augusta Ave. Yes.
West Side, baby.
And we down with it, but not 301 Hopkins Street. 3001 Hopkins. 3001. 3000. I want to say 3001. But and now we go to Brother Trey.
Yes.
Who inspires you? What inspires you?
Well, the first person that inspired me was Ola B. Lewis.
Okay. All right.
So I was originally inspired to do what I'm doing right now because of some adult men that took arms and wings among a community full of young people down in Ludowici. And we talking about the deacons of St. James Missionary Baptist Church down in Ludowici. We're talking about Deacon Sonny Johnson, Deacon Andrew Mallett, Deacon W.H. Mallet. Those individuals used to have a summer camp every year when I was in elementary school from 2nd to 5th grade. And every year they would bring the young people together and they would teach us different skill sets. So I knew at that point in time I was supposed to give back whenever I got older, right? So about 20 years ago while I was in the military, I had the opportunity to start mentoring and it never stopped. So I've been working with our young people for a very long time. Actually, it's knocking on 25 years that I've been doing it. So I'm inspired by the young people.
Yes, indeed. So I would say this: is Ola Lewis a part of y'all?
No, she ain't got to be. She retired.
I'm just asking. And we got other people around here. Do you want to join us? Or you chilling? You fine? You come on. Yeah, yeah, I see that.
Come on, girl.
Y'all know how them bulldogs are. Y'all know how them bulldogs are.
And we're gonna go ahead and give other people a name. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give other people a name.
And that's why we got you right here.
I am Sister Portia Irwin. I am the board treasurer for UMA as well as Mentor Academy Mom. I've been with Trey for about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. And to answer the question of inspiration,
Well, actually, we're going to go back to you because I got to do this for everyone. Who are you?
Right.
Who are you and who are your people?
Well, I just told you my name. I'm Portia Irwin. I'm a part of the Irwin clan off of 31st and Havisham that transitioned to Henry and Waters. My mother is, my grandmother is Malois Irwin and my grandfather is Lionel Irwin. They both are deceased as of now, but the Irwin clan consisted of Eddie McCarthy, Deborah McCarthy, my mother, Renee Rose, Constance Irwin, Monica Bryant, and I'm missing an auntie, my late auntie Sharon Denise. But they were raised and held out of 31st and Havisham, and my grandmother moved to Henry and Waters in 1974. So about 90% of my family is Savannah High School, 500 East Washington, the Dungeon, and the other small percentage still Alfred Eli Beach High School, the doghouse.
So I'm gonna say this right now. Remember, I tell y'all that's why we do run tell that. When I tell people, I say who your people are, other stuff like that. We do that type of stuff. And what I say, because you will find out certain things. Only reason why I'm letting her slide right now is because of St. Philip Monument AME Church, the mother church of AME's in the state of Georgia. And so you know that's my family church. That's the only reason why I'm letting her slide right now with that foolishness. And I'm gonna say this right here. The only reason why I don't want no problem with my mama. That's the only reason why. And I don't need no issue with Monica and all of them. I don't need no issue. Because again, I'm just letting y'all understand that. That's why I'm just letting her slide like that. Because that foolishness. She said, we don't care about no 500 Washington Avenue. Get on out here. Go on to Pennsylvania.
No, we didn't say that. We said we didn't care about 1800 East Durant. That's what we had said. We did not say nothing about 500 East Washington Ave, the Dungeon.
That's why.
But we gave all the clout to the doghouse. Get it right now.
See, and now I'm gonna get you. We don't care about 500. We don't care about 3001. Because again, that's why I'm gonna whip up on their churn. When we gonna have the competition, I'm gonna whip up on their churn. I'm gonna whip up on their churn. They got the instruments out here. Jamal about to whip up on them. But now we come to this right here. Who inspires you? What inspires you?
I actually got my inspiration from Brother Trey as well as my childhood. Connecting with Brother Trey when I relocated back to Savannah from Atlanta, seeing the administrative and board help that he needed to keep his organization going. I am a hands-on administrative person. That's what I love to do. I don't necessarily need to be in front of the camera. I love paperwork and making sure everything is dressed and in line. And then just seeing how he has fostered and cultivated and molded this organization and remembering the resources that I had and the other kids had that are my age, adults, shall I say, that are my age when we were coming up. We had the Leisure Services Bureau, the Cultural Affairs, all of the community centers had summer camps every summer. It was just very full and it was very well maintained. We had a lot of community participation in the late 80s, early 90s, beginning of the 2000s, and all of that has fallen by the wayside now. We're trying to get it back. We're trying to get our sense of community back. We're trying to get our sense of the village back because our young adults need to be reinstilled with morals, values, manners, and respect in order of operation. And so that's what continues to push me to be his backbone to make sure that our operations are just right, just when it comes across on paper.
All right, and powerful statement, powerful statement. And in fact, earlier today, I had some folks who have a school up in Detroit, and they discuss about, and again, it's African American, African school in Detroit, and they discuss how when part of Barack Obama's nonprofit with regards to that, that when they brought the folks from there into the school, they said the level of respect that now was afforded with the young people there. And the sister said to me, she said, Jamal, in the 15 years we've had our school, this was the best graduation that we had. And said that in September, the kids came, the young folks came inside there to say like they were a little uncouth. But by the time those brothers are not inside the school, guess what? They now came back to some of the teachers and said, I apologize at my behavior at the beginning of the year. And said that, and that's the impact. She said, we got to be there. And so what you're saying, that's what it's all about. And so now I'm gonna move on to this right here. What song or songs give you that What when you hear the song, what song or songs give you that Because we're gonna go to each one of you with that. So we start with you, Portia.
Give me that.
That when you hear it, it takes you to another level. It's just like it invigorates whatever. So yeah.
That is a hard question.
But guess what? See, but they're musicians. That's why I said Jamal taking the turn out. Jamal kill them. But okay, but it's not my time. Go ahead.
I want to say to keep it cultural and urban, everything.
It's whatever.
I get DJ Khalid, but to keep it religious,
Yeah.
every mountain. Actually, every praise and every mountain are those ones that just do something to me. But every chance I get, I love that because it gives you that to keep it moving and keep going.
And right, because with us, is that any song, that's what any song can get people checking out the show, because we got people checking out the show from around the world. And so what happens is that they hear you say that, then they're like, I need to check that out. So is any of the songs, so Shavonda, what songs give you that
Well, I'm a DJ. DJ spits 912, so I love all the music. But my favorite go-tos that has helped me get through a lot was Janet Jackson's Better Days. It just took me out of the negative and put me in the positive. She's a positive person. Her brother was, and he instilled that. A song that, the great Jasmine Sullivan is saying it with Puff Daddy, it's called Need Somebody. It tells how everybody needs somebody, even if it's just a conversation or just a held hand or anything. You need somebody, and it healed me as well. And a gospel song is When Sunday Come. I can't tell you that man's name, but when it comes on, he's deceased as well. But he sings it as deep as he can, and I feel that everything he says when Sunday comes is the first day of the week. So if your Sunday ain't coming up right, then the rest of your week gonna be messed up. So I apply it every day.
All right, and Brother Trey.
All right. I will tell you the reason why we have horns and percussions is because of the United House of Prayer for All People. United House of Prayer for All People. If I hear anything from that shout band, I'm good.
Yeah.
After the House of Prayer, give me some Stevie Wonder, The Key of Life, Rocket Love. Give me anything from Bobby Womack. Don't trust me. Yeah, Bobby Womack, my man. Give me some Otis Redding. Yeah. Newer music, I really don't have no favorites. But anything that my mama had me cleaning up the house to. Yeah, whatever mama had me cleaning up the house to. Give me some Anita Baker too. Oh man, Anita Baker. Some Regina Bell. Oh man, yeah. I don't need Gladys Knight.
Yeah, Gladys is too much.
No, I'm out. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
All right.
I know. I ain't got love over.
So, Ms. Producer, we're gonna go to a commercial and come right back. This is Jamal Teray, Run Tell That, with Sister Portia, Sister Shavonda, and Brother Trey, Urban Mentoring Academy, right here in Carver Heights in Carver Village. Historic Carver Heights. So, Ms. Producer, take us to a commercial.
Carver Village.
I'm Richard Coleman, and I'm running for the office of Sheriff of Chatham County. And when I'm elected, I promise to inspect what I expect. Chatham County, it's time for a change, and that change is me, Richard Coleman.
Juice.
Oh Lord, we are back. This is Rontel that. This is Rontel that. Brother Trey, bring the juice. Cause we're here. They feeding the turn. Bring the juice. Shavonda right there. Portia encourage the behavior. We're back. Now we say support our advertisers. Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. One Price Cleaners located in the Farmers Market in Garden City on Highway 80. And Ship Food and Gas on Styles and Gwinnett Streets. Don't ride by, stop by. And we are back. And so Urban Mentoring Academy. You all, because what we're going to be doing, we got a competition with regards to, you got instruments. Why is that even important? Why is that important? Why is it that why y'all got instruments? Why everybody in the music? Why you got that?
So there's multiple reasons why we have music. One, we have to be mindful that the city of Savannah and Chatham County about 3 to 4 years ago was really up in arms about art, but they never indicated which art it should be. So in order for us to figure out how to get funding, and we're going to create pro-social programming, we can't just talk to the kids all day long. A lot of our programs, all they do is talk to the kids, and we don't have anything active for them to do. So my partner and I, Brother Kwame, we decided that, hey, let's bring the music in the game, because we don't know of any music programs in the city or in the community. If kids are playing music, then they're playing with their school. Well, if they're going to play for the school, do they have an instrument? So if I'm going to get people to donate, am I going to get them to donate to with finances, or do they have instruments that they could go and purchase for us? So over time, we started to purchase the drums, and then it started, trombones started popping up, then trumpets. Then next thing you know, we got a tuba, cymbals started coming along. So we knew we wanted to also mimic, again, the United House of Prayer with the horns and percussions. And by my partner being from Louisiana, second line was very important to him. So we wanted to marry those two sounds and create a Savannah sound as well. So we thought that was very important. And again, just to give the kids the opportunity to do something different outside than just play a sport. You know what I mean? So if they could come outside and they could play these drums and they're enjoying it, and we can see the growth in these young people by playing the drums. They wanted Santana, he had to leave to go to football practice, but he really wanted to.
And he was really scared. I came up
He
there.
wasn't
He was
scared.
he
You're
was
not gonna
shaking.
do my
That's
child
why he
like that.
that's
You're
why
not
he
gonna do
ran
my-
with it.
Sir,
Go ahead, excuse me.
sir.
Rewind.
Sir, don't do my child like
He better be
that.
glad
I know this your
Santana not here.
podcast. I know this your podcast. You don't bother my child. So he was excited because he know he's practicing at home. He know he's creating a skill for himself. And even though we had to drop him off a little early, he also indicated he wants to do this again next week. So he wants that opportunity there. Right. So you encouraged him. You gave him encouragement just to challenge him, right? So let's keep that going. Who else is doing music in the community in Savannah? Can we get with those groups? Can we partner with those groups and make that happen? We've seen some individuals say they was going to start a drum line. We haven't heard anything yet, you know. So we reaching out to y'all. We heard y'all was doing it. I don't know where y'all at, but come talk to us. Let's do this together.
Okay.
We heard.
So Shavonda, I've seen you teaching, instructing. What do you want to get into those people, those young artists, those young geniuses? Because one of the things I always share with folks, that sometimes people talk about music, people not understanding that art is also a form of genius. People don't understand that. So what do you want them to get? Now I'll let you know, since she was doing all this talking and that Saucy Johnson stuff, when she was in class, she was cheating in class. Just to throw that out now. So but rewind. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Y'all know I don't take my medication, so I'm with family. So y'all know how it is. Y'all know how we doing. Run tell that. This ain't like all them other places. But go ahead.
Oh my God, you a trip.
The main thing I wake up and go to sleep to on Tuesdays and Wednesdays is for them to gain discipline. Because as a genius, you have no self-control until you learn to control it. You can be smart in math, science, any subject, but when you get on this drum and I say the two words, check up, and you are still running around and doing whatever, it's cool. This is your life going forward. But when you're here and I say drop, it give me 25, 50, maybe even 100 if it get too far, or maybe it send you home. I'm instilling discipline because when I went to the illustrious Savannah State University under Dr. Walker, the direction of him, may God rest his soul, he taught me anywhere from here. You can, and I got all the way from there. But when we went to band practice from high school, when you could pull a high school student into Savannah State and train them up in that discipline, it taught me from 11th grade, 12th grade into my first two college years exactly what it took to be a true musician. And it took discipline. It took silence and peace in this geniusness to see where I'm going at with it. And it took me far, so I'm instilling that into what I know for them.
And I think that's another thing to add. We're trying to prepare our middle school students for that high school band. Give them a head start in the neighborhood, just in case they can't get it done in middle school. They're in the community now, creating a head start where they go to high school. Now they can actually join the band and have the 1, 2, 3s of playing the snare drum, bass drum, quads, and so forth.
Okay, absolutely. And again, powerful. That's what we need to do. We need to be involved, making sure we're impacting the lives of young people. And so, Sister Portia, now I come to you with this. As a parent, what do you want the children, the young people to get out of this?
I want their horizons broadened, just like Brother Trey said. Education is a needed root and core, but I want them to know outside of the core subject, there are other areas you can grow and blossom in. There are other scholarships you can seek other than sports scholarships or other than educational scholarships. There are band artistic scholarships. So I look at that as a vessel to push them to broaden their horizons, learn other cultures, but then not other cultures, but learn other arts. But also in art, there are humanities and philosophies that can, when you break that back down to its core, that feeds back into your core content of English, your core content of math, because in music you have to count. There are beats, there are measures, there are bars. You have to learn how to read the music. So that reads into your literacy programs at all. So it all comes full circle with broadening your horizons and knowing that you have alternative routes instead of just your core curriculum.
Good job, Coach.
And so that's what comes into play with regard to too. Some people don't understand, and when we talk about music and talk about that, that's why I say that's the genius. For you to be a musician, you gotta know mathematics. You gotta know it. That's what you're saying, and that's essentially what it is about. And that is more to it. Now we say that person can sing. No, it's more to it than that. Again, you have to know how to breathe. So a lot of that comes into play, and so that's what they're doing right now is having an impact on the lives of people here in this community. And so you alluded to some things, Trey. Of course, you alluded to some things also, because at one time here in the city of Savannah, there were activities that were year-round for young people. So we begin to talk about young people and talk about the issues that they're having. You have to then go and say, do they have access and have outlets right now? And so what's your thoughts with regards to, we start with you, Siobhan, what's your thoughts with regards to them having outlets and what more can be done for them to have outlets?
We have to get the parents on board. If we don't do nothing else, we get it. We all have had a past and somebody messed up somewhere. But parents, if we could just sit down with our children and allow them to be the different children that they are, you can feed that thing. And baby, when I tell you it grows into something great, it can. But if you're not on board, they don't feel responsible and they're not going to be accountable for anything. So let's pull together adults and let's show that these kids, you have something to give to them. We outside. We be outside, almost 5 times a week. We be outside. So let them come outside. Don't let them stay in the house on the phone, on the video game, constantly looking at TV. They're not going to learn anything. They're going to learn anger, attitude, no patience, attention span gone.
All right, Sister Portia, your thoughts.
I'm going to feed directly off of Sister Vaughn because I'm a high school teacher and I teach 9th through 12th grade at Island High School, and I see it all day, every day.
Home of the Sharks.
Manners, respect, accountability, and not being able to get in touch with parents, not being able to get timely responses with parents.
Mhm.
So again, we need to reconnect the community, we need to reconnect the village, and we need parents to be accountable. And we need you to act like you got some sense because we know it is not common nowadays. Common sense is now a superpower. But I need for those my age and up to reach way back yonder and remember when your mama and them used to say they used to get their teeth slapped out their mouth. Remember how you didn't want that to happen, but we need to reinstill that nowadays because these children feel like they are our equals. They do not have a sense of order and operation, and at least just having some respect for their elders, and vice versa. Parents and adults, stop talking to these children like you out the side of your neck just because you can. You remember how you felt when you were a child and an adult did that to you. Stop perpetuating the cycle. There are ways to use your words in a positive manner that can restructure and bond our community and villages like it needs to be.
Okay. Brother Trey is engaging right now. So again, we throw it out to you.
What was the question?
Again, with regards to empowerment, that's what we're looking at. Empowerment. What's the outlook? What can be done? Because again, we had something year round that we were able to allow to be in touch. When we talk about model cities, we talk about leisure service, we look at Chatham County services, that we had something going around all the time. And so now that we see some of that lacking, and so how do we deal with that empowerment? How do we deal with that outreach with regards to that? Like what and your vision with regards to it? Because that's really because there's some things, other things I'm gonna get into that they're doing that again needs to come into play too.
So, first of all, I truly believe what my sisters were saying about the parenting is a very key component to what we need as far as partnership. When it comes to someone building a nonprofit, building a school like we have, we do need that partnership. But another thing that we need to ensure that we focus on when it comes to empowering is this is, I gotta do it.
It's a safe place.
That's a safe place.
Mhm.
Is this a safe place, people?
Tact.
All right.
Tact.
I don't have a lot of tech. All right, here we go.
Here's the tact.
Brace, brace,
Touch and agree.
What we need is for our social organizations in our city and our county to wake up.
Okay.
You're giving energy to spaces that already have help just so it can build your brand. And your brand can be doing more for the grassroots organizations within our communities. There's not a lot of nonprofits that's working with young people, but the ones that you do find, we need you to sprout out and support us as much as you possibly can. Because there are, let's just say there's 10 strong nonprofits and we're working with the same demographics. One of the issues that's always going to come about is we are trying to build fundraisers at the same time. So because our community is tight niche, somebody's just going to have to make a choice on who you're going to support, right? So we've spread ourselves out thin to try to work with young people, but our social organizations have not identified who they can annually support on a continuous basis. And that's where we have to try to figure out, well, who can support us? Who can we call on this year? And if you have not figured out who you've partnered with, come to Urban Mentoring Academy of Savannah. We would love your assistance and partnership. If you're a social organization and you have people that used to be in the band, bring them over to Urban Mentoring Academy of Savannah on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 4:30 to 6:30. Does your membership need community service? Come see us. We would love to give you that community service. But when it comes to empowering our young people, I know that we need to empower each other as a community so that we can empower these young people as a whole.
And man, one more part. even if you don't have any children, consider volunteering,
Mhm.
consider mentorship, because there is something in you that you may not see, but I'm pretty sure there's something in you that another young adult may see and may need and can use. We, especially in our Black men and young males department, they need mentors. They need men they can look up to and count on that will be there. Something as simple as a phone call once a week, something as simple as maybe a visit once every 2 weeks. So really, really consider if you are not a parent, but you do want to give back to your community some type of how mentorship and volunteering. We need you here at UMA, but if you don't choose UMA, you can go to Boys and Girls Club. You
Mhm.
can go to Big Brother, Big Sister. There are so many organizations you can go and give your time to.
Okay.
If I can add to that, right? Is it possible?
Go ahead and
yeah,
go ahead and
yeah.
add, because I was gonna come to you with a question. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead with your question.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Jamal, I saw
Add,
the
go ahead.
face.
Go ahead and add it. Because people know how Jamal just keep it real. That's how we do our show. We ain't like all the rest.
So I
Go
want
ahead.
to add the portion. If you are trying to mentor, this is one of the things that we made great. We don't just want somebody to come in and say you want to talk to kids. What is your skill set?
Mhm.
If you have a skill set, we will build a class around you. And then we will find days that are specific to you. We operate pretty much 5 days a week, right? There's not too many other organizations that's meeting that consistent. But if you are a welder, I'm looking for Ryan Royal. Looking out for you, brother. But welders, we have some young people that want to learn how to weld. Do I have an AC guy out there? The brother at Flavors Restaurant in Garden City. Yeah, you got an AC business. I know it. So we want to find people like that to come in and let's just spend 1 day a week together. And now that's your week. That's your day of the week that's dedicated to you. So you know how many hours you're going to put in for the month. You know exactly what it is that you're teaching. And then we know we have a goal at the end of the 4 months that you've been with these young people. So we've created a way to schedule mentoring more proficiently for our adults, more especially our adult males. And we do need more males out here helping our young people.
And that's a great segue, because what I was going to come to you about, how can people get in touch with you all and be involved with regards to UMA? How can it, what's the contact information, and then anything you can throw out there so folks can get involved? So
we have 2 ways to contact us that we prefer to make it very, very easy. We have an email, which is umaofsav@gmail.com, or you can go to our website, www.umaofsav.org. If you go to our website, there's a button there that says Join Now. You click on Join Now, you'll see 2 applications, one for your mentee and one for the mentor. If you would like to be a mentor, click on that application, download it, print it off, and then come see us in Carver Village. There's a phone number attached to everything, which is my phone number. You give me a call. Maybe we could do lunch at Kim's Cafe on a Wednesday. Kim's Cafe.
And what's your telephone number?
912-441-5024. We're going to do that one again. 912-441-5024. We need it one more time.
Do it again.
912-441-5024. www.umaofsav.org or umaofsav@gmail.com.
And see how our producer put the information up there like that. That's what do.
Look at it. I love it. I love it. Go ahead, producer.
That's Devon Rogers, one of the great scholars who respect me and don't get disrespectful. But again, let me chill. We gotta go to commercial. Miss Producer, we go to a commercial. We come right back.
Katie Brewington, and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, for Magistrate.
When I've been going down, I've been going through the responses. It's like, we are back. Run, tell that. Urban Mentoring Academy here in Carver Village, historic Carver Village, Carver Heights. And so again, where the people from Carver Heights, this was school they went to high school, HBJ. This is what this all the stomping grounds, HBJ. So yeah. So now I know some of y'all out there saying, where the churn at? Where the churn at? The churn's scared. I told y'all they were scared because Santana want us to come back and do a part 2 on next week. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get me back here next week. And so I'm gonna give it some thought and that we might have to do that competition on next week. And I might need to whip them up. That's what we do. That's what we do. Horns and also drums. Bam, we take it out. And y'all got a new horn program too. Right.
Yes.
The horns, right. I want y'all to talk about that.
Well, we do have access. And with access, we have kids who want to play them. So we have trombones, we have one tuba, of course, but we do have mouthpieces and everything that can be interchanged and cleaned. We're very much so professional. I do have my cosmetology license, so we know about Stay Forward and what it takes to be clean. So we'll take some of the days, maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday, depending on who shows up and what instruments they do want to play, and we switch between the two. We'll switch between the two. And we have 3 trombone players, and I play tuba just to help background. But today we had a student who wanted to play the tuba, and he's already at Saucy Johnson. Adam Smash is in the house. He's already acclimated, so he's able to help mentor some of the mentees with the tuba, aka sousaphone, because the tuba's 2 different instruments, and the sousaphone is a different instrument. And then we have hundreds of trumpets in here. And now we get to play them with the drummers who want to play horns now. So we just use what we have with the people we got, and anybody who's interested, we just teach them along the way. They're easy to learn. We teach basic skills, embouchure and aperture, and then we'll get to slide positions and fingering as they build the sound. Once they build the sound, then we'll progress moderately with them. We're not going to stress them out, trying to make them something that they have to grow into. So.
So,
Man.
and one of the things I know when I came here, and you all were looking at partnering other people and saying had other programs at some other locations also with regard to that, saying, hey, you have this over here, but then imagine how great it would be if now you have another facility also. So just you all discuss some of that, your thoughts on that.
Well, actually, I will tell you that we had a conversation with Frank Callan Boys and Girls Club to try to lend some of our instruments over to their facility. It would still be a UMA program, but it'll be housed over at Frank Callan Boys and Girls Club. We're trying to lock in a date with the executive director over there in order for us to expand. We have enough instruments. We have over 30 instruments. So our max of participation at one location is 25. We try to keep it at a classroom level. So if we have that many instruments, how many can we send over to another location? Or would it be easier just to send the horns to one location and keep the percussions over here at this one? So right now it's all about trying to have those conversations and building those relationships with stand-up organizations, not ones who are trying to take advantage just because they want to get their name out there. I've been down this road for quite some time. I know how Savannah operates. I know how a lot of the characters in our community is, good, bad, and indifferent. And I respect those who do what they do. But I want to make sure that we partner with people that's going to be, that's going to take pride and have principle about themselves when it comes to what we've been building.
Okay. And so Portia says something in that, and I know conversations that we also had before, Trey, is that the opportunity for you to be a musician and to get a scholarship. And just like Siobhan is saying, hey, you now are prepared to now go to high school and be proficient. Not just okay, but you're proficient. You now have that. So then that can catapult some folks to going to college and getting those scholarships. So again, the opportunity to avail itself to everyone. And so I just want to get any further conversation with regard to that, because when I heard that, I'm like, yeah, I looked at you right over there. I'm like, yeah, that's real. And when you like saying, hey, this is why I instill that in them, so that when they step out there, folks already know they got the skill set. So any conversation, any y'all want to chime in about that?
My first year playing with Savannah State, Dr. Walker, he gave me $1,200 for scholarship just because I was in there for high school into my first year. And he said, I saw you dedicated. I didn't even have to audition. That's how serious he was. Because he saw me do the scales and sitting and practicing sectionals. And I took that money and I actually did music. So then I was able to come out here and talk to the kids about facts. We're not capping. We're not talking to them about shoulda, coulda, wouldas. We're actually doing it. We're in the field of doing it. And it made me proud to be a part of the marching band of Savannah State. It took a lot of time, to be in it. So the discipline that I have to instill them is like, it takes time. I'm not rushing this process, because one day they might actually take to it and say, all right, I'm about to go be a drummer. And I got bands for them ready to play, in these bands from being in UMA. Because I think Trey said one of the kids, he's in college now. Not that he plays instruments, but because he was a part of UMA, he was able to segue himself into a better life,
And that's what we're here for. We're here for, a lot of our funding, besides the arts, or I come from, let me retract that thought over. A lot of our funding comes from grants. And the two grants that we heavily utilize right now are the arts and the at-risk ELA literacy and the at-risk youth. So that is one of the basic tenets of the organization. Again, is unfortunately, it may sound a little harsh, but it is easier to train a child than to put together a broken man. So at this point in time, our focus is, in order to make sure that our communities are better in the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years, we now have to focus on the children. We have to retrain their thought process. And in order to retrain their thought process, again, that goes back to discipline, that goes back to broadening their horizons, that also lives way to being able to be that vessel to show them other things in life outside of our urban community. There are so many people adult age that have never been outside their urban community. They have not sat and taken in the tourism part of Savannah. They have never left Savannah. There are so many opportunities outside of Savannah. You cannot be afraid to spread your wings. So we want to do what we can and give those hopes and dreams and aspirations to the youth. The sky is the limit. Above the sky is the limit, but let us be the wind beneath your wings and give you those core values and discipline that's needed, that you can take with you into your adulthood.
So I'm gonna share that the kids still scared, and so what the deal is, I know what's going on, because I know how this roll. I know, we've been doing this a long time. They want to have a part two. That's why Santana had said that. I should have known Santana. They had been plotting. They got the instruments out here, but they plotting on me. They want me to be back here next week. They plotting. So that's what it is. So I guess we might have a show with them, with the instruments, and meet the competition where I whip up on them. It's gonna be even more outrageous, the whipping that I put on them.
Please, HBJ alumni, pull up next week. Pull up.
Don't pull up and let your friend get beat like
we
that.
Want all the smoke.
May 11th.
All the smoke. Pull up.
May 11th.
Cookout, Kennedy Park, Carver Village.
You can go put it out there, but I'm just letting the folks know, because everybody's excited because they thought I was about to whip up on some young people out here today.
12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
So, but we'll have them back. We'll be back here again next week. We'll be back. I don't want y'all to be disappointed because again, it was all a scheme. This was just a scheme, straight scheme. But then I gotta go and say this right here, and that's what we want you to do. Any projects that you all have going on right now to share, because let y'all understand this. Run Teller is the little brother show of all the shows on Our Black Media. We just have 57 minutes. Everybody else have marathons, a telethon. They'd be out there 5 days. Jamal show, just 57 minutes. Bam, they cut me off, other stuff like that. Worse than these people right here. I thought it's bad with y'all, but oh yeah. And so Sister Deidre Murray, glad to have you with us. And Professor Pat West, she said it's important about partnerships. But Professor Pat West also said, she said, Jamal, why is Shavonda just disrespecting you like that when she was one of your scholars?
I got to do what I got to do.
And she said she was one of your scholars and she just disrespect you like that. So yes, Professor West, yes, ma'am. So what other activities and plans that y'all have?
So May 11th, we have a community cookout where we are partnering with Aya's We Incorporated, another youth program over on the east side off of East Broad and Henry. We are doing that over here in Carver Village. This will be our second time partnering. On May 18th, we will be at Aqua Vitae on 65th Street, East 65th, for our community stakeholder mixer. We would love for people to come out and support that. On July the 20th, we are partnering with the Carver Village community, where we are supporting the Carver Village reunion. July 20th, Back Park, Carver Village, mark your calendars. Where at 9 o'clock that morning, we will have a 5K bike run walk at 9 in the morning. That is July the 20th. We are also working towards a 5-day summer historical vacation with Brother Jamal. That'll be Monday through Friday, where we'll be taking a group of kids out of town every day for 5 days during the summer. So those are our immediate activities. We're trying to start our GED program, hopefully this month, going into next month. Once again, we have our neighborhood initiative. We have our Chatham County Juvenile Court or Juvenile Justice Reform Initiative, and we are trying to create our out-of-school suspension initiative as well. These are multiple avenues that we are working towards with UMA of Savannah. Not to forget our film department, producer, engineer. I forgot her name, Miss Engineer. Miss Giovanna. Rogers. On Mondays, we have our film program. And thank y'all so very much. We have our film program on Mondays that we're trying to get up and going and a little bit stronger. And of course, we have our music on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and we have our literacy program on Fridays.
I don't know if I want to be with them during the summer, going out of town. I don't know how they treated me, but they,
Yeah, sure.
But he already said he's gonna do it.
Professor Pat West, Patricia West, why would you turn on me like that time? I said, no, you didn't say that. Okay, at least in my mind, I had read that. That's why I had read in my mind. That's what I had read. Reverend Betty Jones, that's right. You can looking out for the youth. That's what they're doing. And so we are not winding down. So what word of inspiration would you all want to give to the folks? And we start with you, Sister Shavonda. Word of inspiration to the people looking at the show, which I'll be back with them next week if I feel like it.
We're going to take this L. The best advice I will always give a human being interacting with me personally is keep God first. You cannot amount to a squat if you don't put God first. However you want to phrase it, name it, whatever. That mustard seed of faith needs to be first, and all things will be added. You can't do nothing without Him. So why leave Him out? Absolutely.
She's forced. I was gonna come to you, but you was trying to take over.
I tag you in.
Y'all saw it.
This is my show. See what happened? People always want to try to take over my show.
I digress. Let me
You take over. You want to take over, baby.
Let me just sit back and let you
Go ahead, Sis Portia.
Words of inspiration. Be the change you want to see. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Why you gonna take my man?
Tag, you're it.
Go ahead, Trey. Since they tagged you.
Be the change, y'all. How you gonna take my? No. Yes, we want a word of inspiration is let's keep God first. Let's believe in what He's pushing us to do. Every day, I know my ministry is to work with young people. So that's what I'm inspired to do. I'm inspired to work with my brothers and sisters that surround me, that shows good faith in what it is that we are trying to conquer. So a word of inspiration is just believing in what's being brought in front of you and believing in your instincts. They're there for a reason. But other than that, give back to your young people. Give back to your young people.
Please give back to them kids.
And segueing off of give back, in the event that you are immediately inspired to assist Urban Mentoring Academy of Savannah, immediately, our Cash App is $UMAOFSAV. $UMAOFSAV. We need all donations. You can give now, you can give later, today, tomorrow. Yes, ma'am. One time for the videographer. Listen, she is on. You are amazing. You are amazing. But yes, be the change you want to see. Keep God first and help us help these children to a better future.
Look, man, he's trying to get in. He's trying to get in.
And so that's why I said to them to put the stuff out there. So I'm glad you wouldn't put the Cash App. But this has been Run Tell That. We'll be back again with them, and we're going to have some other dynamic things, some great people, and we're going to go forward. And so what I did get a text message from them. They said, when I asked this question, y'all know the question I asked, what's the best high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia? Each one of them text me and they say Herschel V. Jenkins High School. I got it right here. Miss Producer, sign out. They say HBJ. That's right. HBJ Street Avenue.
like that.